You're live. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Greetings from the Enrico's I am Mad Chat. Charity has received her pound of flesh. Combat bacon. Hey, what's up? Joe's here as well. What's up, Joe? Yeah, combat, man. That's cool. Got that mead going. Say it's mellowing out. So I'm curious. I mean, maybe if this shitty meat I got, this hooch, maybe this hooch cat will mellow out as well. Yes. What's up, Joe? Yes, welcome to Sunday Reflections, everyone. Feudalism. Feudalism. What does that mean? What was that? Oh, buenos días, mis amigos. ¿Cómo está? Estoy aquí. Estoy aquí. Muy bien indeed. Mucho gusto el deo. I'm amazed at how quick it's clearing after being bottled. Ah, okay. Mucho gusto la mota. Yes, welcome to Sunday Reflections. Feudalism. As I've been kind of thinking about feudalism, a true, actual feudalism, and how it kind of applies, in our daily lives, because it never really went away. Just changed names, and their plan to reinvent feudalism to make it better. That's their whole idea, is to try to this elite cotis. That's what they're doing, is they're trying to get back into this type of feudalism, digital feudalism, because feudalism was great for those at the top, not so much for those at the bottom. Yeah. Blueberry Red Bull. Think I'll crack one open. Man, that sounds like a blueberry Red Bull. I mean, I like these. This reminds me of my past and bad decisions. So that's what you when you're about to die in the bar because you drank too much, and you've got a tooth and bleeding out of your mouth. A Red Bull is pretty damn good, especially when you're expected to sober up. Yeah. So interesting, and interesting enough. So while we're waiting here, I'm gonna, you know what I'm talking about, Joe. You're like, oh fuck, put it in some Jaeger. That's right, Jaeger bombs. That was it right there. Yep. But interesting. I told you I've been kind of helping out around here, and I've got a friend of mine, like-minded individual, who got him a shotgun, and I'm helping him do that thing, helping him set everything up and get some stuff. Captain Corral, hello, welcome, Captain. Roger that, sir. Hillbilly Homesteader, 1776, welcome. And so I gotta get him some ammo. So I gotta go get it. He stays here. And I'm gonna order him some more magazines for the shotgun. And he gave me this. Check this out. Sea Crane Company Skywave. What is it called? Yeah, Skywave. It's one of their simple models, but it's a short rave. That's pretty cool. Sea Crane Company. Sea Crane Company's always made good stuff. So I got me a radio. Very cool. Yeah, just doing that thing, and just another bank just got shut down. Oh yeah, they're gonna shut down. Yeah, they're gonna shut down. Yep. And that's part of their plan, of course. Signature Bank. And it's funny. I'm payday for me is not till Wednesday. So Region 9. Hey, what's up? Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Payday for me is not till Wednesday, so I'm basically broke. I got $10 in the bank. Hope I can get $10 out. But, I always keep money with me at all times, so I've learned that. So I got $60 in my pocket. I think it's, yeah, usually in my EDC, $60 or something. Johnny, what's going on? Carpenter. And I always keep money stashed away, just because. I mean, that's what you learn. Uh, that's what you learn in the hood. You got to have your stash, right? And you got to make sure that your stash does not become somebody else's stash. And so, yeah, those are hard lessons that I learned. Anyway, yeah, about 6 minutes. We're just gonna hang out, talk some shit. Uh, just hurts the whales right now. What? No worries. It's early on the banking thing. This just hurts the whales right now. Yeah. Street math. That's right. Street math. Mom went to ATM at local. What? Local bank here today, and they wouldn't let her withdraw. Yeah. Wow. No bailouts for the banks so far, but that may change. No bailouts. Maybe it's a bail in. So that's what everybody's talking. Let's see, comment bacon. Went to my unborn grandson's baby shower. Wow. Where it says with love in the baby book, I wrote Grandpa and Elder Futhark. you wrote Grandpa and Elder Futhark. So what is Grandpa in Old Norse? See, that's the problem. Is Elder Futh Old Norse is not written in Elder Futhark. Old Norse is written in Younger Futhark. So it's if you were just writing down Grandpa, I get it. You could do that, I guess. But writing it down like what grandpa, father, grandfather, I think it would be. So it would be something. I don't have my dictionary on me. It's on my computer, on my phone here. But yeah, that's yeah, interesting. Yeah. So your grandson would be like, what's with the chicken scratch? Like, that's your Viking grandpa. Really? I got a Viking grandpa. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Combat, badass man. Skull to your grandson. Ah. And oddly enough, feudalism was brought was done because of the Vikings. Sorry. uh, it was a bit of the Vikings cast. The Vikings had their own little caste system too. It was kind of feudalism, but with like standing laws, right? That everybody was even the chieftains, even the clan leaders, everyone knew that these rules were in place, and the violation of these rules, there were penance to pay, if you will. You had to be dealt with at the all thing by your peers and of course by your clan member. But they also had their own thing, the Jarls, the Carls, and the Thralls. Jarls, Carls, and Thralls. And they basically had a type of feudalistic society, but different, pagan. And it was different. It was more of a natural order of things that was followed, whereas the feudalism took that and added Christianity to it. So fucked it all up. But it was, like I said, it was really, really good for those on top. Not so good for those in the bottom of the chain of the pyramid, right? That's feudalism has a pyramid, a hierarchy, a structure and rank to it. And if you were a peasant, well, you were sucking it. If you were overlord, if you were a vassal, well, if you were an overlord, you did better. The more you went up the overlord ladder, the better you got. The better life got for you. And of course, that saying, "It's good to be the king." Well, he was at the top. But it came about through land. That's right, land. And so, of course, after the it was the Norman conquest or whatever, about 1000 ish. Feudalism was already kind of already in play in the British Isles, if you will, uh, before the Vikings stepped onto the plains and started doing their own thing. So, but they wanted their own land. They wanted their own way of life, and they did. They did that. But they adopted a lot of the local practices as well, and of course the whole Christianity thing took over, and they went from there. But land, and so who had the huge tracts of land, right? Huge tracts of land. So that money wasn't the object of feudalism. It was manpower and services. And so, if you were an overlord, your vassals, your lesser lords, they were expected to provide you with military, with bodies, and with political. You're a political figure, so you would go, da, 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 I support so and so. I support Lord Bastion. You know, and his cohorts. I and I pledge my 25 my knights. Because that's what it was too. You had a warrior class. Got to have a warrior class in feudalism because that's what protects everything. That's what keeps the pheasants in line, the peasants in line. That's what crushes your enemies and also is a great deterrent against someone trying to take your land. So everyone was trying to get land. We see now. I mean, there's so many. The way things are going now, you own nothing to be happy. Everybody is the EOs are buying up land everywhere. Everybody's being pushed into these cities. That's how feudalism was. But if you worked the land, if you were expected to work the land, pay rent, taxes, everything was taxed, high fucking tax, and of course people in the cities had to be provided with food and some shelter, but they were expected. They were basically a cash crop because that's where you got your army from. That's where they made the goods and services that you could barter and trade with, or because nobody really made stuff for each other, to outsource. They made it for the vassal, the overlord above them, and he just took it. It was just like, thanks, fucker. Yeah. thanks for your cow. Here's some gruel for you. Chew on. I know, or nub on because he ain't got no fucking teeth. Mine are made of wood or porcelain. But yeah, things were really, really good for those overlords and whatnot. And that's how it worked. Basically, it was very simple. It was a very simple thing. You had your king, or the church were the biggest landowners. They owned huge tracts of land, right? Because they got it. They basically walked up on it and said, "This land is mine, and fuck all you, and all that live here and all its inhabitants. I claim this land for myself." And that's how I do it. That's how they did it. That's it. Of course, they had the backing, the military backing, and of course, the church had the financial backing, and of course, ordained by God, right? And so, they in turn gave it down to their parceled out their land to lesser lords and other lords. What do they call these guys? what do they call you? Tenants in chief. Yes. So basically, the tenants in chief would give out these lands to lesser lords, and of course, the lesser lords would have pheasants that were, basically renting the land to live and scratch out a meager existence because agriculture was everything. That was life. We had gotten to the point where we had in middle medieval times they figured it out. Agriculture. Let's grow food. Let's do husbandry, and that's it. That's what's up. That's power. That's it. We know how to do that. We can do that relatively easy. You just gotta scratch at the dirt, and feed your cows and chickens and pigs. And that's it. That's how you survive, and that's how you thrive, and that's how you overthrow kingdoms. So it was an interesting concept, and this wasn't just in the British Isles, the British, the UK, if you or the British at the time. It was there was it was all over. It was in Europe. It was very very prominent in Europe. France, of course, and Germany, England. Everybody was into feudalism. France especially. I mean, the King of England was a vassal of the King of France because because of the Normandy, the Norman Wars or whatever, and he got some land, kept it, and now he is a vassal of France because he has land in France. But that meant that he had to pay a tax to keep it. He had to provide the King of France with a military and bodies if needed to, farm out everything. Big harvest, big wheat harvest. I need 200 of your best strong men ready to go, and do this. I'm like, fuck, okay, let's go, peasants. Call the knights, make them go. That was what it was. And if you were a peasant, you were highly taxed. You had no rights. All your food was taken from you unless you could grow your own food, keep some for yourself, which a lot of people did. They did. They found ways around it. That total control. They controlled everything you said, everything you did, what you believed. Everything was controlled. Everything. Doesn't mean to say that that the pheasants didn't basically do what they wanted to do when nobody was looking, because that's exactly what they did. And pheasants were not allowed to just say, you know what, fuck this. I'm going out into the wilderness to carve my own way, carve my own life out of this land. Fuck all y'all. They were killed. There were some that did, but you're on somebody's land, and if you were caught on the king's land or on the church's land, you were dealt with severely. You were a poacher. You were. It wasn't allowed. Sound kind of interesting? Yeah. That's definitely what's going to happen here. That's what they want. Push everybody into the cities, into the urban areas. Kill the small towns, because that's where the power was, really. The power, what killed what killed feudalism was small towns, and of course, what was it? Yeah, what killed feudalism was professional armies. You could now rent an army. Once again, the Vikings. Yeah, and the Romans and the a bunch of Muslim countries as well. A lot of mercenary professional armies. You could literally hire an army to fight your battles for you. So you really didn't have to rely upon your populace, that you had in your tracts of land. You didn't have to rely upon your lesser your lords. You didn't have to rely upon them. But what also happened was that instead of manpower, now people could. Well, the Black Death happened. the Black Death happened and it killed a lot of the population. So the survivors were able to be more valuable because there's nobody to work the land, there's nobody to fight the wars. You could basically make your own price and go wherever you want. You could leave your lord's land and go to another lord's land who's paying more. And so now it's all about money. Or there's more tracts of land, you can grow more, you can keep more. See, that was the thing too, is it's not how much you can make on your farm as a pheasant, it's how much you get to keep, right? And nobody was able to mix. I mean, the warrior class would mix a little bit with the lords, but they themselves had just like a little portion of land. The knights, the warrior class, was basically expected to fight till they die. But they had their own little tract of land somewhere if they made it to retirement, that they could live out their days while one of their kids was farming the land for them as they drank and did whatever they wanted to do. Region 9. Wow. Grandfather, great father. Okay. So angry he made a sign. Combat bacon. Okay. Oh, you're talking about the ruins here. Yep. All right. After research. Okay. The original Marines. What's up, Canagen? Thermites. Order of the Garter. Yeah, I'm trying to get Meat Puppet. Wow, I didn't see anybody come in. My chat just literally got froze up here. Handy as dandy. So feudalism. This idea of feudalism, money replaced manpower because manpower was now more valuable because there was no more manpower. So people could go and get a better job, keep more, or they could go forth into another outside of the feudal. Now that land, because everybody in the feudal world was very centralized, into around the town, around the king, around their lord. So the lord could give out the call. I need an army. Boom, go. I need 500 bushels of grain now. He could do this, and everything was centralized. Now people could branch out and go away and travel, and command more money for their services and their goods and get paid. And so the small towns popped up everywhere, and this prosperous middle path is the way, right? Yeah, as we hear about in Buddhism, the middle path is the way. That's what they did. They became a small farm owner. They would rent some land, and work for. They would give a portion of their produce or their husbandry to the farmer that they're renting the land from, and in turn they got to work the land. Is the way, and that's how it worked. And then of course money came about. Interesting enough, feudalism survived. They say the heyday was about 1000 AD to about 12 to 1300, but it lasted on all the way through until about the 1600s, until it was literally made illegal. But the last remaining vestige of feudalism was Scotland, and that just in 2000 is when they did away with that with a tenure. They called it a 10-year law or something. Scotland finally got out of feudalism. Now, as a interesting caveat, the Vikings had a similar system, but it was family system. It's something called the ancestral land right. So if your family had worked, which is what they did, your family owned that tract of land, worked that tract of land, that was their tract of land, and it passed down from father to son. That's how it worked. Father would die, leave son everything. Oldest son got everything. That's fucking simple, right? And of course, that the son had to, if the family was big enough, he could provide an army to go forth with the clan, to be part of the Carls, and of course protect his own land. But going, I mean, you can still, if you have any kind of ties to this ancestry land in Scandinavia, you can put in a claim. You can just basically walk up and go, "Hi, my name is Shad Turner. This is my land. Here's the genealogy. Get off my land." Right? That's still adhered to. Virginia roots. Hey, welcome. That is still adhered to. So there is an ancestral. You still got to pay taxes, though. That's the thing. Nowadays, you got to pay taxes. Oh, you're a landowner. Oh, is that right? Cha-ching. So, and that's where the idea of homesteading as a taxable revenue. What's going on, Psycho Billy? Chuck. Oh, right, Green Thumb. Yeah, that's or Combat. Yeah, you can buy a square foot of land and be your own lord of that land. And so yeah, if you sell half of that, if you sell 6 inches of that, then you are now, or you give it to somebody that they're your vassal, and you are the overlord of your foot of land. Interesting. As far as I'm concerned, though, it's like buying a star. I mean, what's up, Green Thumb Prepper? What's up, Virginia Roots? So yeah, I mean, some of the traits of feudalism, which are was you had to have a warrior class, kings, lords, knights, and pheasants. That's pretty much it. Everybody was dependent upon their overlord. You didn't do anything without your overlord's say. Let's see, you have a title which is only available in 2 states. Ooh, really? Interesting. Alodial title. Yeah, and that's true. You don't own shit. So yeah, everybody was paying their taxes. Nobody did anything without their overlord's approval, and they had to ask their overlord. So Grown drove fired up, hoping for success. Outstanding. So you had to have a warrior class. The upper class was absolutely protected. They never mixed with the knights. Every now and then they would have them, if they lusted after a knight, they would bring them into their parties, and this is the great knight of Canterbury, and he smited the foes and all this and that, and now he's all cleaned up. He is a freaking beast and an animal, but he's all cleaned up now, ladies. Please go ahead and attack him, ravage him as you will. So yeah, that's when they would mix, but they would protect. The upper class was absolutely protected. They were in their first class. They were being in their shuttled in their limousines, and they had security, and they didn't talk to the pheasants. They never touched anybody. It was just like, yeah, be gone, peasant, right? They were not to be disturbed. They were the overlords. If you looked up to them, they were your overlords, and they didn't care for you at all. That's the way it works. It was like, fuck you. I got shit to do. I'm rich and powerful. This is my land. Yeah, your courtesy is not theirs, right? And what they would do is they would control everything. Like I said, your beliefs, your food and diet, right? So a peasant produced all this food for their overlords, and was allowed to keep some. That's it. They were allowed to keep some. They were allowed to have like a personal garden, or something like that. And of course, they were taxed as well, highly taxed. Everything was taxed, depending on how they got you in there. If you were in the fief, or whatever, yeah, the fief, then you were taxed. So this pecking order, It was total control. Total control. You couldn't leave. There's no leaving. There's nowhere to go. And plus, you're too poor and too weak to do anything but farm. That was it. Farm, and you were actually got more food if you went to fight. See how that works? Hey, we need an army. Here's a loaf of bread. Wow! Don't eat it all in one place. It's going to have to last you a week. Go that way. Here's a sword. Here's a spear. Here's an arrow. Bows and arrows. Go that way. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. That was it. The kingdoms were always in debt. High debt. They were always giving their money to stupid. Hey, what's up, United? Independent Mini United. They were always they were living a very lavish lifestyle, and they owed everybody else. All the kingdoms owed each other, and it was, and that's why they would go to war sometimes. You owe me money. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. I'm going to take half your land. No, you're not. We're going to war. Okay, let's go to war. Yep. So that happened a lot, and they were always in debt, and they always suffered. And in a feudalistic society, the suffering rolls downhill. That's right. The people would suffer. The peasants would suffer, not the pheasants. You were lucky if you found pheasants. Boom. Made some quail tonight. Yeah. But if you are a peasant, you called it all. You were at the bottom of the hill, and the shit was coming your way. Yeah, pheasants are delicious. I know, pheasants, peasants. What's the difference? One can fly, one cannot. But it was not a good thing. It was not a good thing. Money. There was no money. The only people that had money was the king. He had gold and silver and your taxes, and he would take those goods that you were giving him, like the meat and the grain and all that. If you had if there were timber, if there were quarries going on, if there were gold, if there were precious metals and stuff like that, that was taken out of the land, taken away from the peasants. And bartered and traded and sold by the king, by the top overlord. That's what he did, and mostly it was to pay off his high debts that he owed to the king of France or some shit. But yeah, and woe to thee who would try to break away. And you had to break away really, really fucking far to get away from feudalism. And most of the time, you would end up in something far more worse. There were caliphates that surrounded Europe at the time. Caliphates, as you can understand, were Muslim caliphates, and that was a totally different system altogether. You were an infidel, so you didn't matter. You're walking, unless you had some type of worth to you and could be exploited by the Muslims. You did not fare well, but sometimes they did. And one of the skills was fighting. Yes, if you were a professional soldier, that's where it came from. The professional soldier, the Praetorian Guard, which were mostly Vikings. So everybody from Sweden, from Scandinavia, would literally even after the Crusade, even after the Viking Age, they were literally basically Roman salesmen would come a call and go, hey, we hear you guys are really good at war. Could you help us? We'll pay you really good. Yeah, and we need you to fight. We need you to train. We need you to protect the Caesar. And they would do that. Fight, train, and protect the Caesar and protect his interests and get paid really good. So yeah, the Vikings went from raiders to becoming raiders and pirates to becoming mercenaries, hired mercenaries, and it caught on because everyone they taught was like, oh, that's how it's done. Okay, I'm going to go to Africa and I'm going to fight in their wars and be a rich man. So if you were a warrior and you you were battle hardened and a veteran, or if you were just smart, you were an asset to anyone that had an army, you know, in whatever the capacity it was. And so, being of that warrior class, it's funny how the warrior class always finds a way to 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 live good, even though they have to die. You know, your expected lifespan in any kind of war was literally mere minutes. But yes, that was feudalism. That was feudalism. It was not good, but it worked. It was a system. It was an exploitable system. And what killed it was the small towns. What killed it was, you know, yeah, warrior in a garden. That's what I'm trying to do now, Johnny. I'm trying to be a warrior in a garden. I'm trying to go purchase my garden from my vassal or from my overlord, so I can be a vassal. No, but they understand the WHO and the EOs. They understand that that's what killed it. So why don't they just go ahead and take out the equations that made feudalism, that destroyed feudalism. You're not going to be able to live in a small town. You're not going to have any tracts of land. You're not living in a land. It's already set up that way. You can go forth and give your services to the highest bidder as a service, providing a service. You know, working for someone or selling something. No, that's not going to work because we're going to take money out of the equation. Digital inclusion, bank runs, all this shit, the bail-ins. You will own nothing and be happy. They will get rid of the money. There's no money. You will get what they give you, and you will be happy. And if you are a good little peasant, then of course, you know, they let you get a little extra jam on your bug bread. Yeah, extra bug slime jam to go on your bug bread. Yeah, you'll get that. Hey, congratulations. Good job. Good job, peasant. No pheasant for you. And you won't be able to leave. You'll be in these 15-minute cities, these five. How's it work? 30 minutes. Yeah, 1 hour. So the way it's going to work, the 15-minute cities are for the peasants. Right? That's where you and I are going to stay. We're going to stay in the peasants, the 15-minute cities. We're not going to be allowed to move or go anywhere unless we're needed because we are the resource, right? Everything's been changed. The whole paradigm is a little shifted, but it's the same. They have their stakeholders and their shareholders, right? Shareholders are answer to the stakeholders, and guess who the shares are? We are the shares. That's right. So the shares will stay in the 15-minute cities. Now, if the shares are bad little shares, then they go to the 1-minute cities. Basically, prisons, the camps. That's where we go if we're bad little peasants. If not, we live in the 15-minute cities. Now, if you somehow work your way up the ranks of whatever job that you're doing or whatever your caste status is as a share, say you want to be a lesser lord, a overlord to the shares, but you're still going to be the vassal of some other type of shareholder, then you will be in charge of a bunch of shares. And so now you'll live in the 30-minute city and get a little bit bigger box, a little bit bigger pod. You might have a little bit of meat. See how this works? This has already been done. They know what they're doing. You'll have a little bit more than everybody else. Skull! Keep you hidden. But you can still go to the 15-minute cities or the 1-minute city. Or 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 you go to the food production, where where you go work in the Soylent Green plant as Soylent Green. I don't know. That's coming, but fish. Yeah. Yeah, region. And this is how they're going to do it. This is how they're going to bring about the feudalism. What we're watching is feudalism in the making. It is, really. It is. They're going to literally take money out of the equation. They're literally going to take money out of the equation. Everything is going to come to a grinding halt. Money, what are you going to do with no money? That's interesting, right? No money. We spent our whole lives, and the lives of our fathers, our sons and daughters, our mothers, our ancestors, that built this monetary system, of risk and reward, of goods and services, capitalism at its finest, and that's going to be destroyed. Oh yeah, KP Heathen's bearded axes. I'm usually against bearded axes, but I like that one. It's not as pronounced. Right. Can't eat money. Yeah, right. What do you do? Hope they made right by their God. So yeah, well, if you're a shareholder, if you're a share watcher, then you live in a 30-minute city. And then if you're a shareholder, then you live in a 30-minute city, or you get to live in the hour city, right? Yeah, I want a Danax too. Yeah. Then you get to live in the hour city where you get a house. You get a house, might get a car, you might be able to keep a dog or a cat or a parakeet. You'll get to drink liquor, you'll get to eat hamburgers, but you are now a shareholder, or a lesser shareholder, a larger overlord than all the vassals before you that live in the 15-minute cities and the 5-minute cities and the 1-minute cities. So those that live in the 5-minute cities are work. They are the slaves, 15-minute slaves. The 15-minute cities, they're going to be slaves too, but it's more along the lines of, that's the body that's the bank of bodies that they talk about that's going to be needed for various things like war, the policemen, the knights, the warrior class is going to come from the 15-minute cities. In the 15-minute city, the warrior class can go everywhere. They get to police the shares and the shareholders, right? Now, the stakeholders, they're nowhere to be found. They're not going to be around. You're not going to see a stakeholder. Nope. Stakeholder is gone. They're in the airplane above your head, flying around, drinking martinis, and having sex with whatever they want, eating anything they want, and doing whatever they want. And all they have to do is go, die, and you're dead. So they will have, the stakeholders will have all the power, right? They will be the overlords of overlords. And there'll be adjacent, because there'll be a community. That's what they want. They want two types of, they want top tier and no tier. And the lowers, the vassals will manage themselves, and the top tier stakeholders will reap the benefits from the slavery, from the sheeple. Yes, there you go. Yeah, I heard about this. 1,000 of them. 1,000 illegals. Damn. But they know that the small town is the feudalistic killer. How are they going to make everyone live in a 15-minute city or whatever, a 5-minute? How are they going to get everybody out of the country? That's where the good living is, right? Well, they're already starting to do it. Gas, transportation, movement, it's all going to be restricted, just like it was in feudalistic society of lore. You had to have a pass. You had to have the royal seal to conduct business and go places and do things. You had to have a specific reason why you were traveling so far out away from your township, from your lord's place. You were either, you know, taking a load of stuff here or there and picking up a load or something, or you were fighting or whatever. That's how it's going to work. They're going to literally, yeah, they're going to control everything. So there's no gas, there's no cars. They will be. They'll have them, and they'll give it to you. Hey, I need you to take this car and go to Atlanta. Talk to this guy, give him this briefcase, and then come back, and then go back to your pot. You know. See how it works? Oh wow! I get to drive a car. Yeah. Merchant code your property. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Those who live out in the small towns, we all seen the small town killers. Small towns have been going by the wayside for quite some time. Walmarts, Walmarts are always thought of as the small town killer because that's what they do. Hell yeah, combat bacon. Let's go, Betsy, we're going to war. More cowbell. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, it's not safe in a small town. Because yeah, train derailments, right? Yeah, it's not safe there. And of course they've already started to battle armor. Fuck yeah, battle cow. Moo. Moo, motherfucker. Oh yeah. Battle cows. Seeing people walk out without paying. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's another thing that was very, very reminiscent and a very trait of feudalism was restrictions on everything. Restrictions, fines, fees, punishments were astronomical. You couldn't do anything. Couldn't do anything. Couldn't own anything. Couldn't say anything. Couldn't buy anything. Couldn't go certain places. You couldn't do certain things. Right. Well, we got better drugs than that, KP. We got meth. We got cocaine. We got PCP. So yeah, you know. Wash it all down with a little bit of azimuth. Yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, we're and of course, what about taxes? What about the property taxes? Did I wear a mask? No, my beard was my mask. Yeah. The only time I actually wore a mask for any considerable amount of time was when I flew from Myrtle Beach to here in Cleveland. But they had an interesting. Did you need injections? I didn't get no fucking injections. Pure blood here, baby. Pure blood. Anyway, so yeah, that was an interesting loophole. Was that if you were smoking or drinking or eating, you could take your mask off on the plane. Guess what I did? I ate a lot. Oh yeah, real Region 9, that's what's going on. That's what we're going to have now. That's how they're going to reel everybody in. Yep. Get your digital passports, your digital inclusion passports. Everything will be monitored and scrutinized and ridiculed. Yeah, in the old days, that's how it worked. And in the new, this is the life they want for us. If you didn't have your seal, if you didn't have the express written permission by your overlord to be moving about freely, well, there was no freedom. You did this. Your overlord said go there, and you went there. You did it, and you came back. Or you didn't. Right. I'm just reading what you're. I mean, I feel what you're putting down in the Region 9. Yep. We're on it. So yeah, that's what they want. take out the small towns. If you can't live on the land because it's poison, contaminated, or just plain illegal. Oh, you wanna buy land? Oh, you own land out there in the huge tracts of land. Oh no, we can't have that. No, this will not do. Well, your taxes are gonna go up 500 times, 500% for you. Yeah. Now your friend, no, he's going to be the overlord, so his taxes are only gonna be 2%. Yours, 500% for you. Yeah, we'll get that land. That's how they look at it. It's they'll do what they want. They're gonna try to do what they want, but they need the system to bring it about, and that's how they're doing it with the digital, with the financial, to control the financial, to control our beliefs and what we think, say, how we talk. I mean, there's certain words you cannot say. When was there a time that you could never say? The only thing I could think of was not saying fire. You couldn't say fire in a theater. You couldn't say the N word in certain company. But I mean that goes without saying. But get your ass whooped. This white motherfucker said what? But anyway, nowadays you can't say words like so much censorship now. We've seen this with the whole jabby and the crowned, the 19 horned crown. Yeah, COVID-19. It means crown because that's what it looks like. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And 19. There's 19 versions of it. There's 18 other versions. Couldn't say that. You couldn't be a vax denier. You couldn't be you couldn't be a conspiracy theorist. All right, Wolfgang, take care of yourself. Thanks for stopping by Sunday Reflections. And that goes right back to the feudalism. There's certain things. If you said something bad about, distasteful against your overlord, burn you at the stake, take all your land. It wasn't yours in the first place. Modified cold, right? Deathclaw, yeah. just 19 modifications. That's all it took. Digital passports for everything. You can't go anywhere unless you've got your digital passport, which is on your phone, by the way. Yeah. So you don't need to put the chip in your hand. They're going to do that. It's going to happen. You're going to have shackles. We're literally going to have. They're going to roll out their physical shackles, and that's a chip. Absolutely, that chip. And that chip is going to have everything in it, and it's going to control you. That's right. If you do the wrong thing, then guess what? Bzzz, wrong speak, wrong think. We're going to deal with it. Doomer, let's see. It is illegal to deny the Holocaust where I'm from, so I won't do such a thing. Yeah, I mean, you can't deny that. I mean, freedom of speech, freedom of thought, even though, I mean, as much as I get the, yes, the Holocaust, I do believe the Holocaust was real. There's just way too much evidence again towards that. The Holocaust was definitely real, just like the moon landing was real, and I believe that. I believe in strong science. I do. But there's certain conspiracy theories that are the flat Earth theory. No, I'm not a flat earther. No, no. But the moon is plasma. But who am I to tell someone that they can't say that? It's actually an interesting notion to entertain. Flat Earth. Interesting. Moon is made of cheese. Plasma. Maybe, how would you do? I mean, it's good to entertain these notions. So who am I to judge? I mean, of course I'm going to judge, right? I'm going to say something because you said something, but whatever. I'm still being allowed to say what you want, whatever that is. I mean, I love that. That's freedom. That's freedom. You're not going to be able to do that. You're not going to be able to do that. No, to the salt mines with you. If you speak out in such a nature, if you call someone a groomer, that's the new thing. If you call someone a groomer, yeah, you know what that is. Because they're trying to just shock and humiliate and destroy the capitalism. Uh, made of Brie Larson's left butt cheek. Okay. My religion is freedom. Yes, I like that. And that's what we should strive for. And we do. We do. I mean, the American way, if you go across the world, it's not judging. I'm going to judge. I mean, I'm going to judge. I'm going to look at you and go, you're a fucking idiot, but I will defend your right to say it. You fucking idiot. And I'm probably going to laugh at you. But same can be done with me, right? I mean, I'm not in the wrong. I can't be in the right all the time. I'm going to turn that heat down. Damn. But my right to say what the fuck I want, and your right to say what the fuck you want, that's a beautiful thing. And that's what this country was based on. Do what you want. Your the pursuit of life, liberty, the pursuit of the life, free to pursue life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. To find happiness, to work towards happiness. And part of that is having the ability to say what you want, believe what you want, and for the most part, do what you want. Yeah, I mean, leave me alone, Mr. Government. I don't want your fucking help. Leave me alone. There's many, many times in our lives where, I get it. Government assistance is needed. My mom, I grew up on food stamps and welfare. I know. Some would say that that was the settlement that my mom got for getting fucked up on a being a partially paralyzed person with disabilities because of the government. So maybe that's their way of saying, okay, here's your settlement for life. You will be a vessel, and we'll take care of you. That's how I've kind of looked at it. I don't like it. So I did something about it. I made my own path. I made my own way. I broke out of the chains of servitude. I did. I became a knight. I joined the warrior class. And now I'm out of the warrior class. Or so I thought. You're never really out of the warrior class. America. But now I'm trying to be a landowner, a vassal. I'm going to be my own overlord, right? That's the idea. That's the beauty of this American system, is that you can scratch out your own living relatively unmolested by everyone. Your neighbor. Yankee, I hope not, but I prepare for it. To secure peace is to prepare for war. That's true in my life. To secure peace is to prepare for war. That's a deep subject too. So yeah, rest assured, I will have my bulletproof beard protector. So gotta protect the beard. Yeah. And the idea is that, ownership is basically 9/10 of the law. It's you're there. I'm there. I've finally got my land. If they try to tax me, I can try to figure out a way to figure that, to get more, get less taxes. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to try to take me off my land. I'm assuming. Yes, they are heathen. You can. Yes, you can. I know this for a fact. Yes, I do. The best way to do it though is to polish it with obviously bleach, a little bit of bleach, hydrogen peroxide. It does a good job of bleaching. It does, and it cleans all the stuff off. But a good pressure washer to get all that stuff off. Yeah, that's good. That's it, Combat Bacon. Truth doesn't mind being questioned. I love this. Lies hate being called out. Yeah. So that's why they need to control the speech, control and censor everything, because they want to control the narrative. That's what it's all about. And they did the same thing in feudalism. You were not allowed to move anywhere. And if you were allowed to go anywhere or do anything outside of the feudalistic society, your feudalistic world, land, you shut the fuck up. And there was probably a guy there waiting to stab you if you said anything. Or they would plant. I don't know, Doomer. Is that what you do? Merry Christmas! 9/11. Let's talk about this. Lots of people died. Planes, explosions. Yeah. Death charges. Yeah. Just Merry Christmas! Doomer. I love that. Well, they are Region 9, but they've reversed it. Yeah, they reversed it. They are Robin Hood. Yeah. Yeah. We have experienced too much prosperity. And we have overcome all their restrictions. We have overcome all their bullshit that and hassles and strife that they've thrown at us, and we still managed to not only survive but thrive. So now, boom, they're just going to take it all away. Fine, no money for you. No, it's my money. I worked 40 hours for that. Yeah. Nope, mine. Nope, mine. Gone. I'll give you a little bit. I'll give you 1% of what you made. You get now. We shall overcome. Or they're foreclosed on my house somehow. I actually seen this. They start to do some shady deals. Well, that's how they look at it, Deathclaw. That they look at it the other way, is that we are now the peasants, and they're going to steal everything from us. What's up, Joe? Good to see you too. Are those 4-level plates? Yeah. But we're an interesting world. We're an interesting group of people, the Americans, because the rest of the world they're starting to wake up. They are starting to wake up. They're starting to see. Yeah, didn't you? Yeah, wasn't you here in the beginning? Good to see you too, Joe. Again. But we will fight. We will fight, and not only will we fight, but we will use the system against them. Ouch, Stuart. Yeah, that's crazy. That is true. I did actually learn that. It sucks. That's all I gotta say. The secret to the nut kicks is, well, for one, the Shaolin, they don't have nuts. The bigger your nuts are, the harder it is to suck them into your cavity. Yeah, you can literally, your whole package can go right back into where it goes, into your pelvic void. You can do that, but it sucks and it hurts like fuck. Yeah, I've done it once. I'll never do it again. Yeah, it sucks. That is the ancient Chinese secret. Yeah. And then they literally, I mean, seriously, it's kind of like some drag queen shit, but they take some duct tape and they hold it in while you kick. That's how they do it. Yeah. So when they're doing all those, no, they went in the bathroom earlier and they fucking sucked their nuts up into their pelvic void and applied some duct tape, and now they've got a Chinese thing a pussy. But yeah, that's the part that really fucking hurts, Stuart. That's the part that really hurts. Uh, yeah, ancient tiny secret, right? So what was I talking about? Yeah, to get your land, that's what they're gonna do, or they're gonna make up some kind of, or they'll just, trust up nuts, or they'll poison your land. They'll figure out a way to get your land. I actually knew somebody that has an ancestral part of the land. What's up, Pete? The nut brawl. But and the bank started to come at him sideways because he had almost paid off his land. He'd almost paid off his land. He had worked hard all his life to pay off his land. He's like literally like 80% there. Like he's got like he can count the payments on one hand how many is going to take for him to finally own this fucking land. And well, they tried to come out of some kind of way like, oh, we lost all the payments. You need to make this payment. Oh, you know what? We're gonna give these payments back to you, and now you got to give them back to us because we forget how to do accounting. What? No, wait a minute. Get fucking lawyers, and even the lawyers were like, this don't make sense. And finally, it was like, well, yeah, they want the fucking land. And that's what they're doing. Is they're coming at you sideways. They're trying all the little administrative violence tricks in the book to grab your land from you, and hoping that you fuck up somehow in the process. Well, that's how they're going to do it. That's how you're going to do it. So, or they're just going to push you off, because once they get to that point where it's feudalism and their knights are now in charge, their knights are going to do what they say. I want you to go to that land and kick him out. Put his head on a spike in front of his land. Sorry, Cleveland's been very, very active today. Very active. There's been a lot of high-speed chases going through the neighborhood, and response time. Canogen, that's some good training. So, just you on your land, it's not going to work. Hail to the king from Avenged Sevenfold. Oh, that's a good. Oh, okay. The day I ruled the world. Right. I think is that the song? I don't know. So one person on their land, or just a family, it's not enough. Not enough to stop what's coming. Like I said, they're going to do it. First, they're going to apply administrative violence. If that doesn't work, well, they're going to try to come at you and discredit you and arrest you, fine, whatever it may be, to literally physically take you off that land, incarcerate you or something. And that involves blackmail and extortion and all those things. Or they just kill you. Right. But, right, Ribby Ridge. Yeah, Ribby Ridge. Yeah, Ruby Ridge. Still don't know what that was about. Got no shame, Brother Kane. Damn. Dig it. So, but a community with their own charters, with their own enforcement, can stem the tides. Because at that point in feudalism, might makes right. I love the typos. I do. I love the typos, and I will read them in their entirety because I love it. I love typos. Militias. Yeah, militias. Family, that was the key to the Norse, is that you had to have huge families. And your neighbors, you were expected to, hey neighbor, I want to be your friend. I will come to your aid if you come to my aid, kind of thing, Come on over, we'll have some coffee. If I'll help you, you help me, right? That's how it worked. And if not, well, fine, we'll just have to fight about it for fucking 100 years. Do you want that? Do you want a feud? Do you want a 100-year feud? Sure. I mean, whatever. Ahead in my game. Funny. That's how it works. Be right back. Gonna switch devices. Okay. In the old days, family was wealth. Now it's community. Yeah. Well, soon. Well, that was the thing. Is now. Yeah. I just recently found out I'm Generation X. I really don't give a fuck about all this crap. But Generation X. Anyway. Yeah, it's emergency response force. Yeah, where's your QRF? Who is your QRF? We don't have QRFs. We don't have those guys. We are our own QRF. Damn. What is this thing? Okay. Experiment Gen X. Our thing when we didn't want to stick around with our family. Right? We wanted to go out into the world. We wanted to make our own way. Right? That's what we wanted to do. We wanted to get out away from the overbearing parents that we had, and we wanted to go have fun. We wanted to get lost. We wanted to get our hands dirty. We wanted to break our nose. We probably and we also tried to catch communicable diseases. We tried to do that and try not to get a lot of people pregnant. Try not to lose any arms and legs and limbs in the process. But that was Gen X, This is fuck. It's the whole world's a rave. Boots and pants. I'm tired of living under the tyrannical regime that is my family, and I wish to go out and see the world. Well, that's going to end. That's going to end quickly. You'll see it. You'll see it throughout the time. What are they calling this generation? I don't know, whatever. But this generation, we already see it. They don't go nowhere. They don't want to get a job. They want to sit around and they live in their mom's basement. Stay on the computer. Digital inclusion. Bread and circuses right there. What's up, Farmer Son Prepping? What up? Yeah, millennials. Yes, thank you. So, it's already begun. It's already begun. The soy boy generation. They already don't care about seeing the world because they can see it on their device. They can go anywhere in the world. Go anywhere. I want to see the Rocky Mountains. Boom, I'm there. I'm like, whoa. And it's a total. They're totally focused, on this crazy flashy lights stuff. So they don't want to go nowhere. They don't want to do anything. I mean, that's for the most part, right? That's one of the defining traits of this generation. That's not to say that there are always going to be exceptions to the rule, right? Always. People are going to go and say, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm going to Tibet. I've seen this. I've seen these pretty lights, and I want to make sure that it's true. I want to trust and verify and climb the fucking Himalayas. I don't want to watch a video about it. People want to do that shit. Baby boomer. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Some will change. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that always changes you. Seeing Jen. Jen, how you doing? Jen and the holograms. Yep, I'm older than the internet and AOL and Google and Atari. I mean, we seen how this worked. We seen the birth of all this crap. We seen it come. Turn off their electricity and they will die. Right. Heathen. All you heathens out there. Combat Bacon. What the fuck are we doing? Running around with axes. What are we doing? Why are we not, axes in a bong? I like that, Majik. What the fuck? We're totally off the spectrum. You know what I mean? We're regressing. You know, we're wondering when is recruitment for the raid. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. We're preparing for the big raid. You know, when do we join the horde? A calculator from Radio Shack. Oh man, you were big time. Oh yeah. Yeah, right. Region 9, yeah, right. Yeah, what the fuck? What the fuck, KP Heathen? That is totally against the norm. Growing your own vegetables, teaching your kids how to hunt and fish, you know, do stuff like that. Yeah, Radio Shack is gone now. Oh yeah, and interesting enough, like I said, my friend gave me this CC Crane Company Skywave radio, shortwave. I'm gonna be playing with this, man. It does take batteries, and it also takes a plug. I'm gonna try to figure out how to get a power source and headphones and all that for it, all the accessories for it. But yeah, I mean, C Crane Company, really cool. You know, and this is my friend that's been listening to Alex Jones and what's the other guy? Getting all his pirate radio, right? You know. But yeah, I mean, there's still this this American grit that is common to all Americans, you know. And it is. I mean, not to be cliche, but hell yeah, the rest of the world sees us that way. They're like, oh, you fucking Yankees, you're so rude, you know? And then, hey, go fuck yourself. Hey, forget about it. Yeah, Lady Smith, I mean, that's kind of my payment for helping him with his shotgun. And I'm going to get him rounds. I'm going to get him ammo. I'm going to get him ammo. I'm going to get him magazines and flashlights and all this stuff, you know. I'd love to shoot this thing. I already know it's going to be hell on earth. It's got a hell of a kick, but the Scooby-Doo Club, Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? That's right. Back when Scooby-Doo was Scooby-Doo, right? Now it's something completely different. But see, that's the shock and the humiliation of it. They're changing our past. They're erasing our past. Controls and beliefs. The controlling the narrative, and that starts by going back and erasing everything, erasing our past, so that they can remake our future in their own design. We have to remember our past, and we have to pass this down. That's what's going to keep us out of feudalism. And so, what ultimately happens? There's another trait. Slavery, imprisonment. We kind of, basically that's what, you know, it means for us peasants is slavery. And what does that ultimately lead to? Civil war. Feudalism always leads to civil war. That's it. The peasants uprise and revolt. Say, that's it, we're done. You're done. Overlords must die. The vassals are taking over. Knights, you better run. Your armor's not going to save you. You know, guys with peasants, farmers, half starving, with pitchforks and torches and knives. Gotta have a knife. Easily killed knights, dragged them off their mounts, found the chink in their armor, and stabbed them in it. Some were roasted alive, some were dragged behind their own fucking horses. And then, of course, they ate the horses. Headshots, yeah, exactly, yeah. Now the knights, now the only thing that, in our society, here in America, we're all walking fucking... Especially the Gen X and all these other guys and some millenniums as well. You see these guys. They're walking juggernauts, man. We're armored up. We're kitted out. We've got the pew-pews. We've been training with them, and we know how to fight. We know how to fight. Science has literally. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how much evolution has come about on how to hurt and kill people. How to stop people from hurting you. GNR, yeah. We don't need no civil war. Right. Feeds the rich while it buries the poor. Broken Patriot. Hey, what's up? It always ends in civil war. And then after civil war, blue helmets and mortar will make a nice wall. I like that. Then, because what happens when a nation goes into civil war? It stops becoming a nation. It is no longer sovereign. There's too much of a divide. Our civil war almost ended really bad. We almost became England. We almost became France. We almost became Portuguese. We almost became Cuban. Japanese were even putting in a little bid during our Civil War. Oh, Civil War, eh? When a nation starts fighting amongst themselves, the other nations go, what's going on? Ooh, what y'all doing? Ooh, you're fighting each other. Oh, you're weak now. Ooh, oh, really? Ha ha. All right, we're gonna come out. Yeah. The Tea Party sold us out. Did it really? Interesting. So yeah, we're gonna see Russia. We have a civil war. We're gonna see Russia rolling down our streets. We're gonna see China rolling down our streets, flying over our airfields, our skies. Canada might survive. I don't know. If America has a civil war, I don't know. Canada's going to be fighting on the side of the tyrannical regime and giving resources to that. England created it. Judah B. Benjamin, architect of the CWNYT. But there is a way around that. There is a way that we can win, but it doesn't involve civil war. Doesn't at all. It's peace through strength. It is. Peace through strength, through community. And when I mean community, I mean, yes, your Karens. Yes, Shield Wall. All of them. It's when the woke realize they fucked up, they're going to want to be friends. It's already starting. The left and the right coming together to stop the end of the society. We're looking at the end of our society and into something more like feudalism. Some would say we're already there. The madness of it. But that's it, Kettingen. We're going to have to take the helm. Vote of no confidence. Time is always against us. Yes. Always. So we have to make it in our favor. Like I said, feudalism was destroyed by by the Black Death, by the Black Plague, and money and personal armies, things of that nature. It's civil war. Oh, let them eat cake. Oh, really, motherfucker? Yeah. And that's the American spirit, is to get punched right in the fucking teeth, take a dirt nap, pull yourself up, look at the blood and the dirt, get back up and fight. That's the American spirit. That's the thing that everybody's afraid of. They're hoping that we will stand down, that we will allow them to roll out this financial digital inclusion, find everything inclusion. Widow's Diary, hey, what's up? Artist and poet, and she knows it. So things would change because those who went woke are going to now be broke. And we, of course, are not. Yeah. Well, they want our children to kill us. That's it. Right on, Region 9. Yes, help your neighbors. Duty calls. And that's what it's going to take. Making friends. Accepting friends. That you're like, nah. And that's what's going to happen, Farmer Son Prepping. It is going to happen. That's going to happen. Right on, Rainey. Thank you. Yes, I mean, there's a lot of Canadians here. And they've always been our brothers and sisters. And so, yeah, when everybody else is going to be falling down by the wayside and accepting this feudalistic, overlords' edicts and decrees, and we're not, you're going to look at us and go, why are you strong? Why are you healthy? Maybe there's something to it. That is contagious. Courage is contagious. Courage is absolutely contagious. Courage comes from a decision. Everything I'm saying segues into everything I've said before. It is a decision that you must make to bring about that courage. That courage spreads. It's me, just a lonely fucking loser. Think about what that does with everybody else that sees me. Yeah, you're going to see people go, that fucking idiot. He died in a very miserable, stupid way. And somebody else takes up the mantle and does the same. And more, and more, and more. Treat me and fuck shit up. Fuck crap up. You can say shit. Right on, Jen. And that's where it starts, really. It starts locally, right? Being of service, helping your neighbor. I talk about this a lot. I am definitely, by all pretense and purposes and standards, a fucking heathen. If I drop another one, we'll stand. That's right. I fart. I fucking blow my nose. I don't give a fuck. I've got the manners of a billy goat. But when I'm dealing with people, especially in society, I'm the consummate gentleman. Please, after you, I'm holding doors for everyone. I'm talking to people with respect. Even if they come with me, they come to me with a little bit of disrespect. I still kind of I might give them a pass. Like, okay, whatever, man. Yeah, hey, just pass it through here. But if I have to say something, then I will. Then I'm not a gentleman. I'll try to keep it in gentlemanly terms. But until there's no other choice for me to, until there's no other reason for me to be a gentleman, then and only then, will you see me not be a gentleman? Sorry, not going to be gentle here. And that's what we're all facing, Combat Bacon, and that's how they want it. They want us to be alienated. You got to bite the bullet. You got to talk to your people. Yeah, they do. People suck. The Joe Q public is a motherfucking ass. It is. I'm seriously. They will shit and piss all over your fucking, all over your toys. You know, yeah, they suck. Absolutely. There has to be truth and consequences. Might makes right. You know, we still are part of the animal kingdom. So you can understand, as much as we try to build some type of society, there's always going to be problems and issues and challenges because for the most part, we just want to go, ah! Fuck, fight, eat a hamburger. That's, whatever. I refuse to be dominated, so I will be the dominator. That's, might makes right. Only the strong will survive. But strength doesn't mean being cruel. It does when you have to be. But you can still be strong and still have love. I can still love and respect my fellow man and woman. And still have love for them. Yet still kill them and fight them if I need be. Yeah. Oh, Demolition Man. I mean, like I said before, I say that I practice patience, tolerance, humility, mercy, compassion, and understanding. If that doesn't work, kick their ass. All right? Right on, combat. Yeah. Yep. Hide and lurk and fight from the shade, observe, make calculated decisions. That's why I like my lurkers. There's lots of people in here. There's 24 people in chat listening right now. They're just standing by, watching and listening and taking notes. That's great. Those people are smart. Every now and then they'll come out of the darkness, go, hey, what the fuck? oh, hey, how you doing? Sitting in the darkness in the back corner. You're at the dark table in the corner, huh? Oh yeah, right on. And that's what it's going to. You got to start with the family. Yeah, right. Jack. Mad Dog Mattis. Yeah, be careful. Always have a plan to kill everybody you meet. That's right. Oh, is that her name, Joe? Gwen? Ooh. As you can tell, I want a cigarette. Yeah, feudalism. Civil War. Oh, I'm gonna get some more there. I almost ate it all. I made like a Scrabble. Yeah, I'm gonna make I made like a Scrabble with ground beef and eggs, and I damn near ate the whole thing. So I gotta open up some more. Fuck this thing. Let's put this on. It's easier. Oh yeah, look, you get to see behind the scenes here. Here's Charity. Hey Charity. How you doing, girl? Yeah. Oh. I love you too. It never snowed today. You said it would be. Yeah, Johnny, it went quick. I still got some. I got enough for a lunch tomorrow. I made some rice. And so you can think of the endless possibilities with some meat and some rice, what you could do with it, cats to keep mice away and dogs for protection, and also the cats, and the dogs keep each other entertained. God, I smell horrible perfume. Ugh. I hate this nose sometimes. I smell everything. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. I've already, and I just like rice. I'll eat the fuck out of rice by itself. I like it with butter, some little seasoning. Yep, fried egg. There you go. Love that. Yep. I might do that. I might add some eggs. But, yeah. God. Stench is overpowering. It smells like old lady. Yeah, it sells. Haha. What's up, Klingon? Fucking horde. Hate that. That's why I don't like going to Walmart. Because I smell everything. I smell everyone. Oh, of course that Jack. Always reserve the right. And there's always long pig, too. Most psychological thing is when your foe has arms, yet you hit them with arrows. What a mindfuck. Yeah. Yeah. Right? Hey, wait a minute. Did I just die from a spear in a gunfight? Did I just die from a bow and arrow from a crossbow in a gunfight? How's that work? What the fuck is this sticking in my neck? Hey, cat lady. So we already have so much of a warrior class. So of course they have to destroy the protectors of this land, which is the warrior class. No, not just the warrior class, the worker class. The men, fighting age males, working age males, and women too. Women have definitely stepped up in this century. Once again, segue into some of our past discussions. Women are vital. Strong men are vital. That's why the nuclear family must go for them to succeed. So no one can stand up. You snack on Negans. But yeah, it's going to be a wild place. It is going to be a wild time. It's going to be like, well, you're going to see a lot of crime. You're going to see a lot of desperate people. Yeah, I like the walk. I didn't, thanks for reminding me, I didn't comment. I was going to say, you got some really cool trails. KP Heathen. Gen X to X out the baddies. Yeah, I mean, basically that's it. I mean, really. Hell yeah, Widow's Diary. That's very cool. That's very cool. I like that. That's very good. I mean, we have this American spirit about us. Oh, another bank just... Naughty Heathen. What's up? Another bank just failed. I don't know what I'm going to go to work tomorrow and be like, Bob. Glad I got gas in my car. Glad I got cash. Every Sunday, yeah. I do that too. I call it the creek. The creek still flows. Me and Charity go check out the creek. And the creek stretches. Hey, what's up, Melody? Hey, everybody. At 9 o'clock, Melody does a live stream. I encourage you all to go there as well. Hey, folks, while I'm taking a smoke break, take this opportunity to drop your links, drop your links, drop your links. If you're blue, you know what to do. If you're not, then beg someone that is blue to drop your link. I like vision preparedness thing where you just put vision in the chat and it drops your link. I like that idea. Might have to look into that. This stench is overpowering. It's in my mouth. It's not pleasant. I'm expecting to hear bingo at any time now. Echo. And you know, it starts with us pushing back in our local communities. It starts with us gaining allies. That's what it starts. Your neighbors, your friends, your family. And you hold, even with your voice and your vote, you hold in your money, in your pocketbook, you hold your locals accountable. You hold your everyone accountable. In this day and age, that takes courage. Because the fix is in. The censorship is there. The feudalism, the control of beliefs, speech. Everybody's afraid. Can't be afraid. Fear is fear. I mean, it's there. It's going to be there, whether you do it or not. I like the definition of courage being scared shitless but doing it anyway. That's courage. But in this cancel society we have now, you know, they can. Hey, cool, Johnny. Yeah, we'll see if he gets some. I mean, I know he's a very busy guy. You know, he's got shit to do. I don't know why he'd want to meet me. You know, he's big time. That'd be an honor. It'd be an honor and pleasure. Yeah. Hell, I'd even box with him. I'd love to put on the boxing gloves. Come on, let's go. Let's do some sparring. You know, that'd be great. That'd be great content. Fight Angry Pepper. Angry Pepper. Wow, baby turkeys. Ah, man, cool. Or do some wrestling or whatever. We're both old too, so let me see us out there like, oh, I got arthritis. Oh. I can't, hold on, let me put on my spectacles. I can't see the punches coming. But that'd be funny as hell. I'll spar with anybody. Sparring and self-defense, things like that. You know, that's you know, always been my nature anyway. It is snowing a little bit. It's kind of little specks floating in the air. Yeah, I'm used to big dudes. That's all good. I grew up in the ghetto, scared little white boy in a black neighborhood. You know, so nothing new. But I respect Angry. You know, I mean, Angry was, you know, he was the first that I ever subscribed to in on YouTube. So, you know, got to pay homage to the Angry Prepper. I mean, he's done so much work and so much good for the prepper community. And a little known fact, and it's not much of a accomplishment or anything, is that I almost got on the Doomsday Prepper. Yes, I almost got on. I was in the I got the emails. I filled out the questionnaires. You know, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you send us a video." I sent them a video, and you know, they're basically like, "Oh, you're just going to be a." At that time, I was basically, you know, backpack. I was going to lone wolf backpack it, you know, with me and my guns. That was it, you know, and just bushcraft my way through the apocalypse. You know, that was my plan. And they're like, "Yeah, you're not going to do well on the show." And basically, they said, "No, we don't want you." So I was like, "Okay, fine, yeah, that'd be cool." And I'm kind of glad I didn't go on there because everyone on Doomsday Prepper. Basically, they were given a survival rating of nothing. You got the survival rating of 0, or you've got 2, you've got 5. I don't know what Angry Prepper's survival rating was, but it was always it was fixed. The fix was in the rig. It was all rigged. It is also conspiracy as to like a control. Like, okay, you want to be a Doomsday Prepper where you're not going to make it. Basically, it's we're gonna downplay the preppers, because preppers have always been, throughout history, have been the people that survived, and restarted things. That's what preppers have already done. The people that were smart enough to put something back survived. Look at feudalism with the Black Death. Those who took the necessary precautions, because during the Black Death, the plague, food stopped. Cage TV, they controlled the narrative. Oh, you're not gonna make it. All of our ancestors were survivors and preppers. Put stuff away. They understood what the dangers were, and they took steps accordingly. Even with feudalism. No, Jerry. No. And now it's even easier to be a prepper, and everybody wants to prep to be a prepper. I mean, I didn't really know what prepping. It was a term. I didn't know it was a term. As I was prepping for the apocalypse, I was like, okay, fine, I'm gonna be ready. It's always be ready. Always, always have a plan. I guess that comes from the Boy Scouts. I guess, and it goes all the way back. My mom. I mean, she lived on a farm. So talk about prepping. Yeah, we are the new cool. When we set a time for meet and greet, you're all welcome to come. Thank you, cat lady. I don't know if I can. I don't know when I can get away or whatever, but I would love to go to Ghost, but I can't. That's 12 days now. Hanging Rock. Yeah, I think I've been there before. I used to do some climbing in that area. Farmers, commercial fishermen, yeah, right. Living on the farm, you have to prepare for those. You're going to have a drought. You're going to have famine. Hell, you might get locusts. You might get beetles. You might get worms that eats everything, and you're like, fuck, damn it, what am I going to do? We did some canning last year, so we'll live off of that. We'll have to slaughter. Oh, disease just ravaged your livestock. I mean, shit happens. Shit floods, yeah. Falling fucking fire from the sky. Oh, you're an hour and a half from Hanging Rock. Cool. Yeah, earthquakes. A war. I mean, 30 tanks just drove through your farm, and there were explosions going off. I mean, look at Ukraine. That was fertile farmland. All of it. Now it's a war zone. There's no crops being planted. Nothing's going on there. Mary. Hello. And feudalism is alive and well in Ukraine. Alive and well. The new feudalism. The whole digital currency. The whole digital inclusion. Jim Bob! Holy shit. How you doing? What's up, brother? They're trying, folks. They're trying. But they're trying. And they know we're trying. They know that we're playing a game of chess here. Be charming. Forced participations, yeah. Yeah, if you don't do this, then you can't do everything else. You can't work. you can't even travel if you don't do the things they require you to do. It's feudalism. Absolutely. Total power and control. And yes, we do have. I didn't just say fart. I did say fart earlier, but whatever. I reserve the right to fart whenever I wish, and not say excuse me. I don't say excuse me a lot. I don't. There's no excuse for me. But they know that most of the people of the world, most of us, most of the responsible people are like 5 to 6 moves away, moves ahead. We're like 5 or 6 moves ahead. Pull my finger. Great game. Pick a finger, any finger. Oh, yeah, there's the winner. Moonlight Gypsy. So we've already started to see the push into the cities to be a part of the inclusion, to include everybody. We will. Oh, okay. Yeah. I got a text, a notification. Yeah. Sometimes it's a little noisy. It goes woo woo. You set it on vibrate. But when you're resilient, which we are, we the people of the United States, Canada. Right on, Melody. Thank you very much for stopping by, hanging out with us. Fart ringtone. That'd be funny as hell. When the resilience is a target. We will be targeted, absolutely. Because we will not comply, because we don't have to. I mean, I've proven that. I've proven it to myself many, many times over. I don't have to work. I just sit here and live off my preps. I can make a little bit of money to get things that I need. Joe Dirt Car Wash. Brilliant. We can carve out a living wherever we are if you're resourceful. It's easier and better if you have friends, a community. They are going to figure out a way. They figured out a way to make everybody poor by literally just taking away the money. What do you do? Oh shit. Oh yes. That would be the Ukrainian dancing boy. He did not fare well last night. It's Zelensky, the supreme money launderer. Yeah. It's with 2 Y's. 2 Y's. So we're already seeing it. They're taking our money. Boom. Oh yeah. Cat lady, you can always catch the replay. Yeah. It was epic night. Epic night indeed. So yeah. Having your own community, a small town that provides for itself, for its people, and protects its people, because might makes right. They've got a lot of might, but if the small town and the community has the courage to stand and back each other up, the only thing they can do is come at you sideways. You're righteous in your cause. Lots of Hall of Famers last night. Yeah, it was. I think you were one of them, KP Heathen. And the rest of the world has always looked up to America as the shining house on the hill, the shining city on a hill. We want to be like them. They're robust, they're healthy, they're industrialists, they enjoy their time, have amazing leisure time, and they work hard, and they do amazing things, and they provide for the rest of the world and themselves. But now everything is just being turned on its head. Upside down world. Welcome to the upside down clown world. Canogen. I think they would. It's kind of a universal term. I'm out of water. Yes, feudalism is on the rise, people. And this time it's different. This time they're going to try to make it work. But don't be scared. Fuck them. That's right, Kennedy. Fuck them. Once again, we do what we want. They do what they can. Take our money. Fine. My boss will pay me in other ways. Barter and trade system. Oh, great. Thanks, Jim Bob. Don't get her. Wow, cool. Very cool. Yeah, Jim Bob, you've been doing a lot of... hold on, stand by. Boom. There you go. And drop your links here as well. I deal with it a little differently. Discord. Yeah. Yeah, but do we have the courage to? Do we have the courage to? And you know, of course, they're going to play upon our sensibilities. Shock and humiliate. Oh, snap. Yeah. Intimidation, coercion, lies. Yeah, that's how they work. That's how they work. Until we say, okay, fine. Fine, I give in. Be a good little slave. Do the things. And see, once again, in feudalism, it's all about manpower. Our hard-earned money. We worked hard for that money. We work hard for our tax money. Give it away to a government, to a regime that takes it and uses it against us. And we're okay with that? We're not okay with that. Ever since this whole tax thing started here in this country, you know, we're like, I don't like this idea. But, you know, we gotta help the war movement. We're doing good things. And at the time, America was doing good things. But somehow things got twisted and perverted. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And that's what happened. Boom, the birth of the military-industrial complex. And here we are. Shining city on the hill, and we must be taken down. Best way to do it is to encircle it and starve them out. Those who do not die, those who survive, not be allowed to leave. Instead, they will be enslaved. Check out what's his name? Rippa Universe. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I've been checking him out. I've been sub to him. I check him out on Odyssey too. He's also on YouTube. Money is just a tool. It is. It is. And money, oddly enough, is what got us out of feudalism. Because feudalism was all about manpower and food. Who has the most grain? Who has the most cows? Who has the most people to fill their army? Digger. Did you really? No notifications. Yeah. I guess I have to call YouTube customer service and give them a what for. Yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, right. I've pretty much exhausted my notes here. Yeah. So once they take everything and make everyone poor, then, of course, they can give out their rewards. You have the most goats in your kingdom. You're king of goat's milk. Goat barbecue. And landscaping. You can traveling goats landscaping. Yeah, well, your grass would be cut. We're going to start like 5:30 in the morning, and it'll be done by lunch. Matter of fact, your yard is lunch for my goats. Can be YouTube customer service, probably ChatGPT. Yeah, right. What's up, Matt? For pieces of paper, fishing pole, right? The trophy system. Yep. Ooh, outstanding. ARP. Ooh. Very nice. Very nice, Jim Bob. Oh, yeah. So everything that we're facing, feudalistic society, and now they're trying to take out the way to get out of it. They haven't taken out the one true way. Not yet. A lot of us have to die for that to happen. And we're too valuable for that. Once again, feudalism is all about manpower, slavery. Yeah, me too, Jim Bob. Yeah. We can trade. Yes, indeed. And that's how we get around it too. Barter and trade system. I already get eggs at a reduced rate. I get duck eggs. I get funny little chicken eggs. I mean, there's ways to preserve ammo for a long time. I still have wolf ammo that I bought back in early 2000s. That's still good. Sealed primers, sealed casings. It was Russian ammo too. Old Eastern Bloc ammo. 20% rebate. Hell yeah. A 20% rebate. Oh, damn, Kevin. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. That's, when I was prepping into the warrior lifestyle, I worked at pest control, and we were getting these huge desiccant packets because they had to be in we had a lot of powdered pesticide that had to stay dry. So these desiccant packets, huge, and they're really easy to dry out. You literally put it in a microwave for 2-3 minutes or something. Boom, it's ready to go, and you put it in there, and it starts sealing. Wicks all the moisture out, keeps all the moisture out. And living in coastal South Carolina, that was absolutely necessary. You had to. I put my ammo in sealed bags with a desiccant packet. Good to go. Nothing. No corrosion. Nothing. No rust. No corrosion. gotta save, yeah. But we are a hardy bunch. Paraffin, yeah, paraffin. Who remembers getting I don't know if any of you guys ever got rifles, you know, packed in cosmoline. Oh man, cosmoline packing. Ziploc and D-pack. I don't know what a D-pack is. How long do you think non-steel core lasts? Non-steel core. I mean, for a very, very long time. If you keep it dry and you can do that, you can absolutely seal it. You know, hell, you can even what do you call it? Seal it up with the sealer. You know, throw some desiccant packets in there, some oxygen absorbers. Yep, humidity is the hardest on ammo. Yeah, it is. I mean, because that, you know, you got powder. It's a powder form in that cartridge. So you gotta stop that. You gotta stop that absorbent. Will's Diary, artist and poet. Thank you very much for hanging out with us here at Lackluster Fridays. I mean, I'm sorry, Lackluster Fridays. Sunday reflections. Oh, it's 9:00. Okay. Bake a leg. Bake a leg is on. It is my bedtime. So yeah, it's going to be interesting Monday to see what has happened. What is how far has the damage spread into the financial world, into the banking world? But you know what? It's not doom and gloom for a lot of us people. A lot of us are going, "Oh, really? Ooh." This is exactly what I was talking about with the, where crypto is going to be worthless. Yeah. But, you know, things are going to drop in price, like land, cars, homes. Yeah. 3 crypto banks collapsed in the last week. Crypto banks? Really, Meat Puppet? I've been watching. I don't have any crypto, but I've been watching comic books. Yeah, I've been watching Pirate Chain and Madero, Jeff Burrick, Dollar Vigilante, and so I've been watching him, checking him out. He lives in Acapulco most of the time, but he's a big crypto guy, and anarcho-capitalist, I guess. They do have some interesting solutions to being to getting out of feudalism, to getting out of the regime, and to be free. You know, and it's basic. It's basically don't system. I like that saying, don't system. We in the system have to play. We're taught we got to play to pay. We got to play. We got to pay to play, right? You got to pay to play. You got to pay to get the house. You got to pay to get the job. You got to pay all these things. Right on, Jim Bob. You have to play the game. No, you don't. Really, you don't. There are other ways. There's other places. We just like where we're at. We like the convenience. Convenience has made us weak. It has. We have forgotten the faces of our fathers. War child, warrior, welcome. We have forgotten the faces of our ancestors. Closed by regulars. Another one down. No shit. Miss Tree One, welcome. So this is just all part of it. It's all part of it. And their biggest tool is fear. Growing corn. Fuck yeah. Right on. Right on, Jim Bob. That's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to get this land, and I'm going to be that stupid. I'm going to be that warrior in a garden. That's, you know, I'm hoeing weeds and fighting fighting pests, you know, waging war upon the pesticide world that's trying to eat my tomatoes. Email me, Jim Bob. Cool. Email me. Yeah. And people like Tiger. I mean, wow, amazing. In the middle of a city, just gardening it up, bake a leg and let's dig. Wherever she goes, there's a freaking garden. Bugs and birds, yeah, right. Bugs and birds. It's South Louisiana. Well, I heard a different voice said, "Go north, young man. Go west. Go west, young man." I heard the voice. Yeah, oh yeah, go north too. Yeah. So I did. I'm in Cleveland now. I like it. I like it. And I I see it all the time in the suburbs here. Gardens everywhere. Everybody, just because of locale, everybody's prepping. They're always prepping because you never know when everything's going to shut down because Lake Erie says, you know what? Guess what? Here's 10 feet of snow right now. It's happening. you know, kind of like that commercial. Oh, it's happening, honey. Sorry, bottle feeding baby goats. Why are you apologizing for bottle feeding baby goats, Cat Lady Homestead? Why are you apologizing? If I was a goat, I'd be like, hey, feed me. It comes out the same way it comes in. Oh, is that even in the middle of the city where I am now? Yep, I know, Tiger. I love it. I love it. Wherever you go. And you're not the only one. There's so many others. There's Von Chill. There's, like I said, Melanie Bake a Leg. I mean, so many others. Not talking much. Oh, that's cool. That's all cool. All good, lady. Cat lady. Feed them goats. That's got to be the cutest thing, right? Little baby goat. Southern lands, yeah. I mean, I just came from the south. I can always go back. I mean, I always can. But and we've enjoyed so much prosperity and so much freedom of travel, freedom of choice. That's all going to be tested. It's all going to be tested. Everything. And this is the test. This is the test of the Emergency Freedom Network. Our freedom is being tested. Our future is being tested. And so it's up to us to pick up the mantle, whether we want to or not. Even if you become a slave to the system, which most of us are, some way, shape, or another. Joe, 45 in hand. I'm letting. Can I do this without? No. I got rounds rolling around on my table. Yeah, I got the 40 cal here. I've let my magazines kind of relax, for the weekend. My baby 40, my baby eagle. I can't show it, can I? No, I can't show it. I don't know why. I can show you a bullet. I can show you a magazine. Show you my carry. Love this thing, Alienware. But anyway, letting everything relax and chill. I'm gonna try to incorporate this like that. Little magazine holder, flashlight. Anyway, yes. So let my magazines breathe. Kind of inspect the ammo. Like, okay, yeah, that'll work. It appears I have two different types of ammo in here. So like I've got two different. I don't know what it is. So you just got an Alienware for the XDM. You love it, yeah. I mean, and this is multi-purpose. It fits my my 40, my Baby Eagle, and my 45, and my 9 mil. I mean, it just everything just fits right in there. The guy that had it, he was literally he was an ex competition shooter at the gun show, and he was selling all his old gear. I was like, fuck yeah, man! I think I got it for like $10. You know, Alienware. Literally, I can put it anywhere. Boom. Holds it pretty good. And he said, man, I mean, and I love buying things with stories and with, you know, there's a lot of wear and tear on it, but it's still in good shape. He's like, and when I picked it up, when I went into it, went in and was like, ooh, look at that. Ooh, I like it. He's like, oh yeah, that thing is great. And then he's like, yeah, the memories. I mean, that's, you know, he's like, oh yeah, I must have pulled that, you know, used this many times. He said he customized it by cutting a hole right here so his one gun that he had could fit right in there. He paid $100. Oh man, I got this extremely used, dirt cheap, $10, and I got a great story, and I got to meet the guy. But you know, I love a gun show. Get all kinds of cool gear and hear stories about it. Hear stories about the gear. Yeah. This day and age, you know, it's of convenience. You know, where basically you can just get on the phone. Yeah, Kevin, definitely broke in. That's why I like it. I mean, I can the way because I've practiced so much from drawing from concealed. This sits inside my belt, inside my pants, and of course my belt holds the gun in. I can control the retention. Now, if I'm upside down, it might come out. But for most things that I'm doing, running and jumping and whatever I'm going to be doing, taking a knee, taking a prone, whatever, being active, you know, this thing is worked great. And I can go inside the belt or outside the belt. And I can go strong side, weak side, I can go whatever I want. You know, middle of back, it's all great. It's perfect and simple and versatile. I like that. If I want specific, I get specific, but I like stuff that's multi-purpose and you know, versatile. But anyway, everything's going to be tested. Everything. Holster, same style holster, really. Yep. But you know what? I really don't need it. I mean, for years, I literally put a gun in my pants belt. That's it. Just boop. It just sat there. I carried a full size 911 or 1911 at the convenience store I worked at. I never had a fucking holster. I think a friend of mine bought me a cheap Uncle Mike holster with a clip on it. Barely held the damn thing, and I carried it with me wherever. It, small on my back, my belt was tight as fuck on it, and that's what it was. That's how I carried it, and I could pull it quickly. There you go, and put it back quickly. You shoot yourself in the ass. Ouch! Don't do that, B. No. You want to keep your ass intact. Cover your ass. That's not what we're talking about here. So yeah, folks, feudalism. Ooh, they must be listening. They just disconnected me, reconnected me. Yeah. There you go, folks. Welcome to Sunday Reflections. Thanks for hanging out with me on this wonderful Sunday. And wow, we get to see the trigger pull 5 pounds. I don't know, man. I've got a Rock Island 45. I got rid of the single stack. I got a double stack Rock Island. Love that thing. Trigger pull. I don't know. It's very small, very minute. I don't know. It's. But you know, having knowing your trigger and knowing how to work your trigger, and knowing how you can work the action. Talking military was horrible. That's something you gotta learn, you know. And you do that mostly with dry firing, and of course, you know, going to the range. About 3 pounds. I don't know. I don't know. I I got big hands, so yeah. 45s usually have very light triggers. Yeah, I like it. I like that flat style trigger. You know, it's got some play in it, lateral play, but you know the pull is crisp. It doesn't take much to let that hammer fall. You know, I like it. A little bit of extra steps in getting it, you know, getting it prepared, producing the weapon, but you know, and some say there's a risk with you keeping the you know, the hammer back cocked back with the safety on, round in chamber condition one. I've never had an issue. I've never had a accidental discharge, and I've kept this thing, like I said, you know, I carried it in my belt, and yeah, I would find the safety would be off sometimes. Like, okay, well, there's all kinds of safeties. There's a handle safety on it. Yep, yep. I've never had a problem with it with a 1911. Never went off. And you know, I've found the safety off many a times. And yes, the hammer was always back because I want to be able to go bang. I want to be able to pull the gun and go bang. I don't have to go pull the gun, cock hammer, bang. No, that's not gonna work. Yes, be charming. Anyway, yeah, you guys got me talking about bullshit, guns and stuff. But hey, you know, yeah, spread that message as well. We are Americans here, by the way, and so we are warriors, and we protect what is ours. We always will be. We are the protectors. Yeah, I mean, Matt, like I said, it wasn't even in a holster. Even with this, I can't show you. Even with this gun in the holster, I found the safety off. But that's a double action, so you know I can put the hammer forward, and all I gotta just squeeze the trigger real hard. So but whatever. Still having fun, a good, comfortable thigh holster. Ladies, any recommendations, fellas? Oh wow! I used to know a girl that she had an inner thigh holster. What the hell was this thing? It looked like a neoprene thing, and it had a loop over the top. Had a nice little pocket for the. She was carrying a snub nose 38, and she always wore little short skirts and shit. But she never seen it. Damn thing was right there on the inside of her thigh. Never seen it. And she kept one in her bra. She said that was the easiest. She said keeping a gun in her bra was the easiest. Because you ladies put everything in your bra. Even a custom made. Now, Lady Smith, go to your seek out those holster makers, man. I've got one down the street here. He works at the gun range, and he literally can make you anything custom. He likes doing custom leather work, but he'll make you anything you want. He can do Kydex, he can do neoprene, he can do canvas. Yeah, some of those guys, they love that shit. Like, might cost you a little bit, but I forget what was. I have to look that up. I don't know. I like everything on my side, I never like to do appendix carry, but I will. I like everything on the side, strong side, or if I'm going deep cover in the small of my back. But I get it, But having a thigh holster so you can wear your dress, and everybody's thinking, oh, look at that lady with the dress. Yeah, let's go fuck with her. And then all of a sudden, wah! Out from underneath your legs comes a fucking handgun. They're like, oh shit. So yeah, I dig it. Yeah, so neoprene is as far as closest mod with high strap. Yeah, I've seen, she had some kind of thing. It was Velcro. It was a Velcro band. It was about this wide. It was big enough for her to sit her whole, a lot of her gun in there. in the pouch, and then the strap went over the neoprene, went over it and velcroed, and then she had a little a little loop with a little clip, a little button. She'd go click, and she could pull it out. She could walk with it upside down, and it wouldn't come out. And all she had to do was just hit that thumb release, and the gun's in her hand, literally falling out of her skirt. Boom, gun. Like, damn. It was quick. It was very, very quick to see how fast she deployed it. So I dig it. Yeah. And you could put it on the other side. You could go on the outside of your thigh and have it standing straight up like a drop holster. Yeah. I mean, check out Camel Carl. He might be able to come up with a solution for you. He makes gear. Literally makes gear. He knows how to sew all that gear and stuff. Yes, must be cartwheel proof. That's that was my thing too. I was like, I might, I'm asking people about stuff. I need retention for my guns, and because I'm gonna be running around doing things, and I might be upside down. I might, have to be upside down for some reason. They're like, I can never, and they're always going through their head, how in the fuck? When is there a situation that you're going to be required to be upside down with a gun? And they're just looking at me in disbelief. I'm like, you never know, man. Got to be ready. You might be up in a tree, climbing a tree, and oh shit, I fell, or I've got to reach. I've got to do an Aussie rappel. You got to go upside down and go down the whatever. Maybe you have to crawl down a steep incline. I mean, you might be on a roof facing downward. Yeah, I don't want all my shit to go out of my pockets, and my flashlight, my spare mag, my gun, everything, my wallet, my cigarettes, my lighter, everything, spare change, boom. I'm like, fuck. Now I'm just a dumbass on a roof upside down. So, I mean, that would be stupid. And yes, I've been on rooftops before. Dummy cord, everything. Anyway, I know I'm terrible at goodbyes. So yeah, folks, that's been my Sunday reflections. Feudalism. How it plays into our lives. What we're seeing. We're seeing this being rolled out. And for them, it's a test, too. They're going to see how we react. See how we take it. Is it going to be mass pandemonium? Is it going to be... Are they going to be able to say and justify going, well, we had all these bank runs and everything's falling apart, or the stock market's crashing, and fuck, we're gonna go ahead and have to roll out this CBDC thing, central bank digital currency. Yeah, we're gonna have to do it. Yeah, I mean we already know this is why we're seeing what we're seeing. And so those of us that are in the know, we've already taken steps and precautions, and not only that, are standing by to reap the benefits. Never let a crisis go to waste. Well, guess what? There's a lot of us people out here that are standing by for the crisis so that we can prosper. I am definitely one of them. Harvest Mary. Buckle up, sugar cup. Kennedy, those of us who know can cartwheel and reach a leg holster. You never know. You might have to do a triple gainer off of, to do something. I mean, yeah, maybe you learn how to shoot by John Woo. Maybe Jackie Chan was your range instructor. I mean, I don't know. I got to flip. I'm expected to flip in a firefight. It's going to happen. No, I don't know. I'm going to cut a backflip into cover. I might do a front flip, full gainer, half twist draw. Right? Yeah, there you go. You know the thing. Anyway, folks, I'm having fun now. Yeah, I'm done talking about feudalism. Now we're talking about shit. May have to jump off a roof and land in a ninja roll. That's right. or the hero pose, right? Boom, right on the knee. There will be a limited axe allocation without our craftsmanship. Craftsmanship matters. Yes, it does. Absolutely, absolutely. And we are great craftsmen. We are. Yep, to the hero landing. Boom. On the knee. It's really hard on the knees though. And that's what's going to come out from this. We've already started to do it with all that spare time. Because now you can't work. Or you're going to be doing other types of work. Inflation is going to skyrocket. It's like taking a dump hunting and a buck appears. Yeah, you're like, fuck. But now is the time. Now is the time to look at your finances and go, I've always wanted a new truck, but I don't want to pay $50,000 for it. Or, I like this tract of land over here, but $120,000 for an acre just doesn't sound good. Now it's going to be down to $20,000, or that truck you want is going to be down to $5,000. And if you've got the money, if you've got the way to, maybe you have to liquidate some assets. That's what I got to do. I got to break into my my retirement to purchase land and a home and go from there. And then, there you go. And now because we're going to get past this. And if this is not the Black Swan event, which I doubt it is, right? I do very seriously doubt it is, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. They won't turn it into a Black Swan event. Then I believe there'll be a recovery, and in that recovery, everything that we buy cheap is going to go up in price. So then of course you have your reach advantage. So anyway, most grocery items have already increased 0.008%. Yeah, some things have, some things haven't. So good night to you all, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. Listen to me just ramble on about some bullshit. Something I've been just reflecting on, throughout the course of the day, finding a lot of similarities in feudalism and what we're looking at in our lives today. Yes, thank you, Matt. Thank you, Mary. Kennedy. Yes, cartwheels can be used to be distracted. Rack time, indeed. Johnny. Yes, good night. Virginia. Lurkers. All you lurkers. Machik. Miss Tree 1. Rest easily. Yes. You as well. Jim Bob. Jim Bob is hanging out. Kennedy. Matt. Lady Smith. Let's see. Joe. Harvest Mary Moon. Yes. Everyone here. Everyone indeed. Can be as well. Ramble on, blessings. I know I will ramble on forever. Yeah, I will. Just constantly. Hey, Johnny, yeah, that'd be great if I'll check my emails and see if I don't know. I mean, I don't know why he would come to Cleveland. There's really not much here. Mrs. Tree, yeah, you should have emailed me or something. That'd be cool. Run into Charity, yeah. She's doing well. She's old. She's beautiful, but she's old. Yeah, she's getting up there. She's 18 years old, I estimate. She might be younger or older. I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, yes, I'm going to. That's right. Stevia. That's right. Thank you. Yeah. Go Team Linda. Fuck cancer. Go Team Linda. Linda is reeling from the effects of chemotherapy. But she's in good hands because she has a team. And she is fighting as much as they are helping. So she's probably watching. We all love you, Linda. And we know you have the fight in you to keep going and to win. Go Team Linda. Fuck cancer. Kick its ass. And Linda is a tried and true, just got back from Tennessee. Stevie-O. Never wanted to leave. Wow. Mrs. Tree, thank you. Yes. Oh, I can feel it in my eyeballs. I'm getting tired. Anyway, all right. Thank you very much, folks, hanging out with me at Sunday Reflections. Things to ponder, things to provoke thought. That's my whole. The whole premise of my message is to provoke thought. That's it. That's it. That's all I got, which is everything. So thank you all very much. We'll see you tomorrow for Every Day Never Forget. Mad Chad, have a good night.